Whoa, oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh, oh.
Hello everyone and welcome to this video. My name is Michaela and I am starting off in my bathroom. I filled my tub up, turned on the jets, threw a dishwasher pot in there, so all of that could be cleaning up while I was doing other things. I'm going to be moving really fast today, so I was letting this go while I did a couple other things. Made sure it wasn't too sudsy, threw another one in there, and it was really gross. I cleaned it all later this evening. I didn't actually clean it in this video, but it definitely needed a good scrub down after that cleaning of the jets. I was so glad I did that. If you guys enjoy this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. Next, I'm moving on to my bedroom, which is where I usually like to start, and obviously it was a disaster. I am just going to be hitting the high spots. I had just pulled off the sheets on my bed and I was putting on a new set. I needed to wash my comforter, so I went ahead and just left that off.
Hold you close, forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh. La, da, da, da. Making our Christmas memories. I've been wrapping presents for you. I've been hanging marbles in the tree, and I've lit my house with Christmas lights, so you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning, I'm gonna play those.
Now I'm going to be reclaiming my dresser and then picking up all the other things around in this room. My daughter helps me. Usually I film these cleaning videos during my son's nap time, so you'll see my daughter a lot more than my son. My daughter is Cassidy. She is 3, almost 4 years old. My son is Jesse. He just turned 2, and I'm pregnant with baby number 3. I am 34 weeks.
It's supposed to be making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close, forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our
Most of the time when I film these videos, I feel like it's kind of cheating if I don't do a deep clean, but let's just be honest. Nobody has time for a deep clean every time they clean, so sometimes I just go around and do the speed cleaning, literally speed cleaning, and doing the stuff that matters the most and is going to make the most difference. So I hope that you guys enjoy this, and I hope that if that's what you need to get done today, that you get the motivation to get that done, or the deep cleaning if that's what you're doing. So I'm going to be vacuuming in here because I really do feel like the room feels so much cleaner, at least this room, whenever I do a vacuuming, even though I have loads of clothes to fold later and I have other things that could be done in this room. I just am going to make the most impact that I can in a short amount of time. I had somewhere to be right after this, and so I was trying to just move quickly and then as well as speeding it up. It's like a speed clean within a speed clean. I hope you guys enjoy this a lot.
I've been longing to hold you close, forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories.
Now that my bedroom's all done, I'm moving into the kitchen. Everything was still a wreck from obviously days of dishes that I had just let pile up because this was shortly after Thanksgiving, and things just piled up because I was gone grocery shopping after Thanksgiving and all that, and plus breakfast, etc., 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 2 kids and all that. So I just kind of left it all and let it be for the meantime. And now I'm just going to be dealing with all the clutter first and then wiping everything down and then dealing with as many dishes as I can.
We know the time is short. We blink and then it's gone. So we better make the most of what we've got. So take your neighbor by the hand and join the dance parade before the clock strikes and it's all too late.
Like I said, in each room I'm going to be doing the things that make the most difference. So you'll notice that I don't end up cleaning up everything and putting everything exactly back to order, but I'm doing what I feel like will make the most impact. So I'm going to be leaving those photo books and that bin right there stacked there because I'm trying to work on getting my photos more organized. And so having that out reminds me to just do it here and there whenever I remember. I think that for me, that is kind of the best way to do it instead of getting overwhelmed and trying to do it all at once. And honestly, the same thing could be said for the entirety of my house. If I just do some here and there and make sure that things are cleaned, at least on a regular basis, then it lets me not get so overwhelmed.
Just like 1, 2, 3. Ba-bow, ba-da-ba-ba-bow, ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-dow. Yeah. Ba-bow, ba-da-ba-ba-bow. Yeah, ba-ba-ba-bow. Come on in, get together. Come on in, nothing better. So let us have a swinging Christmas, just like 1, 2, 3. So let us have a swinging Christmas, just like 1, 2, 3. I've been longing for this day for a full year now. Can hardly believe it's here. Been trying to make the days go faster somehow, but no chance of that, my dear. Like life.
My dishwasher is probably pretty old and it doesn't always clean the stuff on the top rack, so when I pulled this out, everything just kind of had dishwasher crud all over it, so I went ahead and ran the whole top rack again and refilled the bottom rack. Does anyone else's dishwasher do this to them, or is it just mine because it's so old?
You ain't no more. It's Christmas Day. Christmas Day. The best day of the year. I can't believe it's here. It's Christmas, Christmas Day. I'm sneaking down the stairs to where our tree is at, to see what Santa Claus has brought. There's a red and green parcel, the label reads Marcel. I wonder if it's what I thought. Oh, it's Christmas Day. Christmas Day.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did have a lot of these hand wash dishes and bigger things that I left for later because since I was just hitting the high points and doing the things that made the most difference, running the dishwasher made a huge difference for me, and I knew that later on when I wasn't in so much of a rush, I could go back and hand wash some dishes or reload the dishwasher or do the other things that needed done. I didn't get around to sweeping on this day either, but the next morning while my coffee was brewing, I went ahead and just swept and I did the dishes again the next morning. So things like that just keep me from getting overwhelmed.
Praise Santa opportunity to work on my patience. But now the years passed and I don't have to wait no more.
Now I'm moving into my living room. This was pretty much a disaster. I was stepping over things and that kind of a thing just kind of gets to me. It gets just cluttered in my head, and so I like to have my kids help if they are in the mood, and when they're not, I'll just go ahead and put everything in a basket and then let them help me put that away in their room later on. And so this includes their dirty clothes or anything like that, unless there's just a ton. But if there's just a few socks or something, I will include that in their toy basket and we will deal with that later on. Now, even though I am just doing a speed clean all around my house, this rug, let's just say we spilled some coffee on it. So I knew that it needed shampooed before the coffee got too deep into it. So I'm making sure to do a really thorough vacuum on it, and then I'm going to be shampooing it as well. And this was pretty much the only true deep cleaning that I did on this day. And even though I didn't really want to, it actually really did need it. Not just the coffee, but I haven't actually shampooed this rug in a while, and it does get a lot of traffic. So while I was at it, I went ahead and vacuumed around a little bit. Even though I didn't do the rest of the room, it kind of needed it around back in those corners. I pre-treated the rug with Shout, let it sit for a few minutes while I got the shampooer ready, and then shampooed it thoroughly in both directions and left it there to dry because it was not that wet underneath. And I made sure to check it before I left it there. It dries really well when I use really hot water, and it does not ruin the floors underneath, but I definitely try and check it each time just to make sure.
I'm so lucky to have a place that I can come home to. Yes, I am on my way. We'll put our differences aside and just enjoy this moment of peace and love and happiness. We come together to celebrate. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday, it means so much more than words can say. And I claim that Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to forget what glory this holiday represents, but it's fair to say that Christmas is a magic day.
I'm folding up these blankets here, which to me is super satisfying and fun for me to do. It's kind of like my favorite thing that I save till the end. And then I'm going to be moving into the last room, which is the guest bathroom.
Yes, every time the snow is falling down.
I hope that if you guys are needing just a little bit of cleaning motivation and speed cleaning, if this is what you're doing around your house or you're doing deep cleaning, I hope you guys got lots of motivation from this video. I really enjoy doing realistic videos rather than a deep clean every time because I do not do a deep clean every time. But thank you guys so much for watching, and if you're anything like me, after you're done cleaning, go sit down and have yourself some ice cream because you definitely deserved it.